Welcome to Jom Studyland YouTube channel. Hope you are doing very well in your studies. Today's lessons is about reviewing exam questions for autumn 2020, part 1 of 2. Without further ado, let's get started. Which gas has the slowest rate of diffusion? Answer for number 1 is carbon dioxide. A chromatography experiment is carried out to analyze the pigments present in 4 different types of leaf. The student carrying out the experiment forgot to complete his table of results, which is shown based on the answer given. So number of pigment identified for F would be 2, and the distance traveled by the solvent front in centimeter, G will be 3.2, and the R1 value will be 0.8, 0.86. So the answer will be C. Which statement about isotope is correct? Refer to chapter atomic structure. Isotope means that they have the same number of electrons in their outer shell. In the chromatography experiment shown, which label represent the solvent front? Refer to chapter methods of purification diagram. The finished chromatography indicates solvent front diagram. So if C is actually a solvent, D is a baseline, and A is the solvent front. Different methods of separation rely on substances having different properties. Which property does distillation make use of? In distillation, components of a liquid mixture are separated on the basis of the differences in their boiling temperature. So for this question, the answer will be A, boiling point. Lithium and fluorine react to form lithium fluoride. A student writes 3 statements about the reaction. Lithium atom lose an electron when they react. Yes. Each fluoride ion has 1 more electron than a fluorine atom. Yes. And lithium fluoride is a mixture of elements. So in this case, the answer for number 6 would be A. When lithium and fluoride react to form lithium fluoride, it does so by losing an electron from each lithium atom to become lithium positive cation. So the answer for number 1 is correct. Both fluorine and lithium are highly reactive elements because of their number of valence electrons. Fluorine will readily gain 1 electron, and lithium will just as readily give up 1 electron to become more stable. So the answer 2 is also correct. So the answer for number 6 will be A. 7. Which rule identify compounds that contain single covalent bond only, double covalent bonds only, or both single and double covalent bond? So in CH3OH, the central carbon has a strict number of 4, and carbon form 4 single bonds. And O equals to C equals to 0 means that it's a double bond for CO2. And C2H4 consists of double covalent bond between the 2 carbon atom and single bond to the hydrogen atom. So the answer for this would be C. Ethyl methanoid HCOOC2H5 burn in excess oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. The equation is shown 2HCOOC2H5 plus XO2 to form 6CO2 plus 6H2O. What is the value of X? Means that it wants to know the value of X. Okay, to get the total number of X is total oxygen based on the reaction formula 2HCOO2 C2H5 plus XO2 to form 6CO2 plus 6H2O. From this formula, we can see that there is a 2 oxygen multiplied by 2 plus Y. Y, we don't know what is the value of oxygen, but we know that there is a 2 here. So 6 multiplied by 2, that means 12, plus 6. That means 4 plus Y equals to 18. Y equals to 18 minus 4 equals to 14. Y is equal to 2. And we know that the value of Y is 14. So to get the number of oxygen, the value of X, or the value of X itself represent 14 divided by 2 equals to 7. So the answer for number 8 is 7. Rubidium is in group 1 of the periodic table and bromine is in group 7. Rubidium reacts with bromine to form an ionic compound, which row show the electron change taking place for rubidium and the correct formula of the rubidium ion. So I would say that number 9, the answer would be C. And which statement explain why graphite is used as a lubricant? Due to the presence of weak van der Waals force of attraction among the layer, they can slide over each other, leading to the slippery nature of graphite. Hence, graphite is used as a better lubricant due to the slippery nature of graphite. So I will say that the answer for this is layer in the structure can slide over each other. The relative atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. When calculating relative atomic mass, which particle is the mass of the chlorine atom compared to? Refer to chapter atomic mass. The relative atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5, which means that the average mass of all the isotopes of chlorine is 35.5 times the mass of a carbon-12 atom. So the answer for number 11 is C. Universal indicator solution is added to neutral solution of concentrated aqueous sodium chloride. The solution which contain hydrogen, sodium chloride, and hydroxide ion is electrolyzed. The product at the cathode is hydrogen gas, and the product at the anode is chlorine gas. What happened to the color of the indicator in the solution during electrolysis? So the color will change from green to blue. And what is the empirical formula of the oxide of iron to form by reacting of 2.24 gram of iron with 0.96 gram of oxygen? Let's look into this formula to get the answer. Mass of Fe equals to 2.24 gram. Mass of oxygen equals to 3.2 minus 2.24 to get the value of 0.96 gram of oxygen. And then you have to divide each mass by molar mass of element. For Fe, the total molar mass is a total mass for Fe is 55.85. So you get the value of 2.24 divided by 55.85, you get the value of 0.040. And on the other hand, for the oxygen, the value mass of oxygen is 0.96 divided by total mass will be 16. You get the value of 0.06. and then you have to divide through the smaller value. For example, in this case, we have Fe is 0.04, then divide by 0.04, then you get the nearest number, which is 1. When the oxygen 0.06 divided by 0.04, you get the value of 1.5. So in order to remove the fraction, you have to multiply by 2. 1 times 2, Fe equals to 2. 1.5 times 2 equals to 3. So the empirical formula, you get Fe2O3. So the answer will be C. Number 14, the combustion of methane is exothermic. Which statement about this reaction is correct? So the energy needed to break the bond in methane and oxygen is less than the energy released in making new bond in carbon dioxide and water. Number 15, hydrogen react with oxygen in a fuel cell, 2H2 plus O2 to form 2H2O. The reaction is exothermic. 286 kilojoule of energy is released for every mole of water formed. Which volume of hydrogen gas measured at room temperature and pressure would react with oxygen with the release of 7,000 joule of energy? To get this value is, you convert the 286 kilojoule to become joule, then you have 7,000 joule divided by 286,000 joule, you get the value of 0.0245. And then to convert into decimeter cube to become centimeter cube, you will get 0.587 decimeter cube. When you change it to centimeter cube, you become 587 centimeter cube, which is the answer for number A. Which substance does not require oxygen in order to produce energy? The answer will be uranium-235. Uranium-235 is an isotope of uranium, making up about 0.72% of natural uranium. Nitrogen, hydrogen can be converted into ammonia using a catalyst. What is the purpose of the catalyst? You know that what is a catalyst? A catalyst is a substance that can be added to a reaction to increase the reaction rate without getting consumed in the process. So the answer will be B. Ammonia is produced by the Haber process. The equation is shown N2 plus 3H2 to form 2NH3, which is ammonia. So, refer to chapter carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, and compound. The Haber process, when yield decrease, temperature increases. Okay, temperature increases and yield decreases. But it speeds up the reaction. This is exothermic. The answer for this would be number B. 19. During the manufacture of sulfuric acid, sulfur dioxide is converted into sulfur trioxide. And which type of reaction is this? The oxidation of 2SO2 plus O2 to produce 2SO3 is an exothermic reaction. So the answer for this would be oxidation. The equation for a redox reaction is shown as 2FeSO4 plus Cl2 plus H2SO4 to form Fe2SO43 plus 2HCl. Which element is reduced? So I would say that the answer for this would be chlorine, 20A. So with that being said, wish you all the best in your study. Please subscribe to Jom Study Lab YouTube channel and follow me at Jom Study Lab Instagram. Customized notes are currently available at beacons.ai/JomStudyLab, or you can access to Beacon page via Jom Study Lab Instagram. So with that, see you later. Thank you for listening.